There is a village hidden far beyond the last motorable road, a place not marked on most maps, a place travelers are warned never to pass through after sunset. Not because of thieves, not because of wild animals, but because no one sleeps there. Not anymore. The village is called Umueri. During the day, it looks ordinary. Children run barefoot across the red earth. Women spread cassava under the sun. Men return from farms carrying firewood on their shoulders. Goats wander lazily. Palm wine flows. Laughter fills the air. Everything feels normal. Too normal. But if you stay long enough, if you watch closely, you will notice something is wrong. Very wrong. Because when night comes, no one enters their house to sleep. No one lies down. No one closes their eyes. Not even the old. Not even the sick. Not even the babies. They stay awake. All of them. Every single night. At first, visitors think it is some kind of festival, or maybe a religious ritual. But then the second night comes, and the third, and the fourth. Still, no one sleeps. Years ago, things were not like this. Umueri was once known as the most peaceful village in the region. Farm yields were abundant. Rain fell at the right time. The people lived long lives. Strangers were welcomed. It was said that even the wind rested there. Until the night the digging began. It started when a group of young men decided to expand farmland beyond the old forest. The elders warned them. They said that part of the forest was forbidden, untouched, and spoken of. But the young men laughed. They said the old ways were superstition. They said land was land, and land must be used. So they cleared trees. They burned shrubs. And then, they found something buried beneath the earth. It was not stone. It was not wood. It was a door. An ancient door, carved from black material no one could identify. It had no handle, no hinges, only symbols. Symbols that seemed to move when looked at for too long. Curiosity defeated fear. They forced it open, and that was the moment Umueri changed forever. Nothing came out. At least, nothing they could see. The forest was silent. Too silent. Even the insects stopped making noise. One of the men joked that maybe they had opened an empty room underground. They laughed. They went home. And that night, the first person failed to wake up. It was the youngest among them. He was found in his bed, eyes wide open, staring at the ceiling, not breathing, no wound, no struggle, just gone. The next night, it happened again. Another one, same expression, eyes open, as if they had seen something standing above them in the darkness, watching, waiting. Panic spread. The elders understood immediately. The door had not been a door meant for humans. It had been a seal, and they had broken it. The village gathered the oldest diviner they knew, a man so aged that even his memories seemed tired. After 3 days of rituals, he spoke only one sentence. What was released walks only when men sleep. No one understood at first, until they tested it. They forced themselves to remain awake, and that night, no one died. The pattern became clear. Sleep invited it. Sleep allowed it to come close. Sleep gave it permission. From that moment, Umueri made a choice no village should ever have to make. They stopped sleeping. At first, they tried to take turns, but it didn't work. The moment even one person slept, the thing found them. So they adapted. They sang through the night. They told endless stories. They beat drums. They walked. They chewed bitter cola to stay alert. They trained their bodies to survive without rest. Days turned into months. Months turned into years. Children were raised without ever knowing what it meant to sleep through the night. The entire village existed in a constant state of wakefulness. But the price? The price was terrible. People aged faster. Memories faded strangely. Sometimes someone would forget their own name for hours. Shadows began to look wrong at night. Not attached to bodies. Moving when nothing else moved. Some claimed they could hear breathing behind them when they blinked too slowly. Others said they felt something lean close waiting for their eyes to close fully. The forbidden forest was abandoned. No one dared go near the place where the door once stood, because the door is no longer there. It vanished, as if it had never existed. Yet something remained. Something that still walks, still searches, still waits. Travelers who ignored warnings and tried to spend the night there never lasted until morning. They were always found the same way, eyes open, faces frozen in silent terror. So now, when visitors pass through Mueri at night, they see fires burning in every compound. They hear drums that never stop. They see people talking, laughing loudly, forcing themselves to stay conscious, not celebrating, not rejoicing, but surviving. Because in a mueri, silence is dangerous, stillness is dangerous, sleep is the most dangerous thing of all. And the villagers know something outsiders do not, something they will never say aloud. Sometimes, just before dawn, when exhaustion is strongest, they see footprints appear in the dust, footprints that do not belong to anyone, moving slowly, circling, searching, waiting for just one person to close their eyes. So if you ever travel far, and you find a village where everyone stays awake to greet the morning sun, do not ask questions, do not stay the night, and whatever you do, do not fall asleep there, because some doors were never meant to be opened. If you enjoyed watching this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.